112 verse 1 to 3. Praise ye the Lord. Bless the man that feareth the Lord, that delighteth greatly in his commandments. His seed shall be mighty upon the earth. The generation of the upright shall be blessed. Wealth and riches shall be in his house, and his righteousness endureth forever. 2 Corinthians 8:9. For you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, that you through his poverty might be rich. Deuteronomy 8:18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God. It is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which is swore unto your fathers as of today. God needs your heart more than he needs your money. Proverbs 23:26. My son, give me your heart. Number 2, God has pleasure in the prosperity of his servants. If you are not a servant, probably God doesn't have pleasure in your prosperity. But if you are a servant, you are serving God and serving the interest of his kingdom truly. God has delight in your prosperity. Psalm 35 verse 27. 35:27. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, let the Lord be magnified, which had pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. I said number 3, God doesn't just want us blessed, he wants us to be a blessing. Genesis 12:2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great. When your name is great, your name opens doors without checks. Are you hearing me? When your name is great. Poverty comes 4 ways. Inherited poverty. Your father was poor. Your grandfather was poor. You too, you started misbehaving and becoming poor. Please stretch your hand to me. Stretch your hand to me and let your amen be loud. Stretch your hand to me. Anywhere you inherited poverty and it is around you, you are not walking out of it. You are living in the reality of it. If your amen is loud, I discharge you from that level. So there is poverty by inheritance. There's poverty by association. It's a good communication. Evil communication corrupts good manners. So good communication or good association can enhance. There are people you work with, they fire your thinking. That you don't have physical money doesn't mean you are poor. Poverty starts from your heart. Association is key. Zechariah 1:17. He said, my cities through prosperity shall yet spread abroad. You can't spread without money. You can't spread. You will remain stagnant. You will remain only without money. Without money, you can't spread. You'll be talking so much grammar without money. Stretch your hand to me. I didn't come here to play with you. Any level you are today, in the next 90 days, God will shift your level. Every kingdom has their own principle. The principle of wealth in this kingdom, number 1, is to seek righteousness. Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added to you. In Job 22, he said, return to the Lord. He said, and you will be built up, and you will lay up gold as dust. It starts from returning to God. I want you to know that the secret of God is with them that fear him. In this life, you can't rise without secrets. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. You don't fear him, he doesn't tell you. When you are with the devil also tells you secrets. They told me in a state in US, I told you here, it was a gay club. A guy entered the place and shot 17 people and killed all of them. And gay community, LGBTQ community, in 1 hour, they raised $1 billion for the families that were killed. In church, we will tell you to raise money. You'll be doing here. The mother of poverty is sin. Sin is a sinker. Isaiah 3:10, say unto the righteous, it shall be well. Reverse it. Say unto the unrighteous, it shall never be well with them. Until the sin problem is taken care of, plenty is not in view. If you don't refuse sin, you will soon become a refuse. Write it in capital letter. Diligence. Diligence. Deuteronomy 28 verse 1 to 2. And it shall come to pass, if thou hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I commanded this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. Proverbs 10:4. Proverbs 10:4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent shall make rich. Ecclesiastes 5:9. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. Proverbs 13:11. I always like to back everything I tell you with scriptures. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Look at me. Labor does not kill. Number two, there is no need why you should be ashamed of your labor, because there is dignity in labor. If you are a cement carrier, it is far better than a concentrated beggar. If you get wealth by Yahoo, it will soon go. How many Yahoo people have you seen mentioned in the Guinness Book of Records? It can't be mentioned. It's vanity. As they get it, so they spend it. The one that all of you were following before, Monfa or something, is cooling his head somewhere for the next 25 or 45 years. He can't come out there. When he comes out, many of us would have either translated to heaven or translated to the other side. But every time some of you made him your mentor, his bed was Versace, his roof was Versace. Wealth got him by vanity shall diminish. You are using a shower to get money. You are doing hookup to get money. When you are ready to marry, you will have HIV plus VIH plus so many other things added together. Your womb would have been extracted. Your head will not be correct. They will use you for no, they can't even use you again for money ritual. But all your money has been taken by your destiny. The money you will be vomiting now will be probably, don't let me call the currency, because some of you are from that nation. Wealth gotten by vanity. Vanity. My friend is using a Benz. I must use a Benz. Why? Did they write it on your head? Will you carry it to heaven? How many souls will you impact by what you are doing? Vanity upon vanity. Nonsense people. In my retreat yesterday, I decided to watch AMVCA. I like to say it as it is. Pastor, you were not praying. Were you praying? Why should I do what you are not doing? Is it not punishment? I left my house on Thursday. I'm going back on Wednesday. Sir, the only person that covered the chest was the person that got the best dressed. The only girl. Some, when they greet you like this, their transformers want to pop out. In my mind, I was saying, what will Pastor Febi be telling my children? Because I know my wife. When they go say, that's the devil, oh, that's the devil, oh, don't dress like that, oh, devil, all of them. Women, are you not ashamed? You buy a dress, the one below can sew agbada. Why don't you cut from there and put it here? The one here, there was one day a man had to carry, and this one was dropping. And I said, God, which kind of generation is this? The tailor that did it, I'm not sure the tailor will make heaven. No, so for you tailors, I'm telling you the truth. You are part of the people bringing vanity. They came to you, they said, give us a style. It's what you give them. It's what you give them. Are demonstrating breast everywhere. Breast that will drop, that will flatten. When I saw my grandmother, mommy's mommy, at Obaile, she was not wearing anything. I was feeling ashamed. I was saying, ah. She was just talking to me like that. Oti, flat. There was nothing to hide. There was nowhere to pack them. She left it for breeze to be blowing them. The thing you are doing to yourself now, I give you 10 years. 10 years. We are vanity. Because you go with a boy, you go with a girl, you go with sugar daddy, you go with sugar mommy. Those people abusing themselves with sugar daddy is your own mentor on Facebook. Your church post a thing, you didn't tag it, you didn't forward it. That person posted, you forward and share and tag and carry. Vanity. Vanity. What are you looking for? He said, to eat and to have clothing, a man should be content. It's okay. What's this? What's this? We must diligently obey his voice, both in prayers and in the word. We must diligently do his commands. Diligence procures riches. Desire without diligence will lead to poverty. For those of you that just desire, how I wish, and you are not working, nothing will happen. In fact, if you are not working, what avenue do you want God to bless? One of the greatest ways God blesses man is through your work. Your wife went to work and you ate pounded yam. And said, hello? Where are you coming? You know where they said that was goofy? The one that is very toski kwanga, to nike. Buy 7. I will manage 7. Pele. Did you have me drop change? You are no longer the husband. They've collected the trouser from you. You are now wearing skirt. Because of lack of diligence. I wrote some elements of diligence here. Write it down. 12. Number 1. Diligence, you must have consistent hard work and labor. You see, Pastor Yoms, what I find out. Now, Pastor Yoms, he didn't tell me he was coming today. Maybe I would have even handed over. He's a human resource expert. So, maybe, guru. Maybe one of these days I'll beg him to come any day that he's not going to give me a surprise. And tell us some things they look for when they want to employ. Some things they are looking for. If you are in the habit of jumping from job to job, very soon your CV will be reading, this one is not dependable. That is, you didn't put it on your CV, but they just saw that in 6 years you have been to 12 companies. Then this one is not reliable. Consistent hard work. And so in that your business, do you know, sir, it is not, many of us that complain God didn't bless us is a lie. Let me give you a typical example. Rain fell at Ikeja yesterday in the morning before 7. Before where I stayed, rain fell. So at 7 I called Katie. I said, I'm going for my prayer walk, and if I get a barber on the road, I will barb. In my mind, most barbers don't come out until later in the day. Have you noticed, Jacob? They don't come out early. So I got to the barber at 7:30. I met the man seated in front of his office, waiting for customers. That is a diligent person. Consistent. 7:30 immediately after rain. But some of us, babe, come. Rain has fallen. We can't go on like that. Hold me. Hold me for 2 hours. He's holding you for 2 hours. Will he pay school fees? Will he pay rent? Can't you tell yourself the truth? 7:30, a serious-minded businessman. They strike deals in the midst of the night. Consistency. When you and I are sleeping, they are striking deals. Many times I've come out 7 o'clock in my prayer walk, thinking I will get somebody that will give me money, POS, and you won't find anybody. They are still sleeping. Obalende, how many of you have been to Obalende before? Raise your hand now. You will make heaven if you have never been to Obalende, but you have been there. Let me see your hand. They sell rice and beans at 1 a.m. And I lie not on. If you leave all those Isale, Yani, Kefi, Daddy, all those places, they say, where did they get the rice? They are cooking it. It's not witches and wizards. They just realize that at every point in time in Lagos, people need food. What you are doing now, are you consistent with it? You sell rice today. You sell clothes tomorrow. The third day, you say, I want to be like Jay. You sell this one. Then the fourth day, say, no, I know they sell anything again. I'll go for work. Then the fifth day, you come back again. You say, no, I need to start selling again. I think it's the one selling now. Apart from the POS people in this church, I have 1 or 2 people. There's a particular lady I have. Pastor, I have probably not been to the bank to physically withdraw. If I've done so in 2 years, maybe once or twice. This lady is pregnant, so she should be tired. Jacob, I called her one day, 6:47 a.m. Hello, Auntie Santa. Good morning, sir. Did I wake you up? No problem, sir. You know the answer? What's the answer? I woke her up. What do you need, sir? How much is this? It is this amount. Okay, I will transfer it to you. I have never taken my card there. I just transferred to her. There was one day I transferred to her. She called me, sir, you have not come to collect your money. No, I remember. I can't forget money. I can forget many things, but no money. It's not too likely that your anointing can make me forget the money I sent to you. It's not likely. Sir, she said, okay, if you can't come, can I come over to the house? Consistency. Very reliable, dependable. Most believers are the most unreliable people in their place of work. You can't trust them to be there. You give a Christian something to do in your house, they will change the date 4 times. You give a Muslim, they do it once. And then you are asking why you are not blessed? That is the reason. The enemy you are looking for outside, you should actually be killing yourself because you are the enemy. Number 2, element of diligence is promptness. And people being able to meet you there. If you give, is your word your bond? I'm talking diligence. Is your word your bond? When you tell people, I will be there 7, do they meet you there 7? Or when you say 7, they add 1 hour. Bro Jacob introduced me to a Muslim technician. How many years now? That generator guy, 5, 6 years. But I remember you were the one that called me and told me about the guy. This last week, I think I was trying to start the rope cord. It was around 9 o'clock in the night. If it was a Christian, I would be scared to call. He's a Muslim. I called him. How are you there? Hello, sir. I said, this rope has caught. I am a bit far. I will get to your house shortly. 20 minutes, no bike or anything. He got to my house. Bought the rope, repaired it, left. Every time when they are doing salah, I give him something. Deliberately. Why? Promptness. If he tells you 1 hour, it's 1 hour, it's 1 hour. The question with you is this. When you have business deals, do you keep people waiting? Rich men don't like being kept waiting. Abisa, they don't like it. If you say 4, I work with Mr. Obaro. If he says 7, and you arrive 7:01, you're already late. And the truth is, you are late. You got to be there like 15 minutes before and be waiting. Promptness. I will deliver your clothes to you in 4 days. Do everything to do it. Don't change it. Taylor. Some of you are laughing. They've shown you, Abby. Oh Lord, Daddy, Mama Shede. Before your event, I'll be there. On Saturday, you will call the number. It will not go again. The number will go on Tuesday after you send text. That sorry, the father of my mother, of my uncle, of my nephew suddenly died and needed to be there. He was 192 years old. You are not prompt. Listen, one of the hallmarks, if you are not prompt, money cannot come to you promptly. Number 3, write it down. I'm not saying receive it. I will tell you receive it when we finish. Number 3. Because some of you will come and say, he's just going to just say receive and we receive it. All the receive I've been telling you for 10 years. What has it done to you? Number 3, element of diligence. Go above and beyond expectations. Anything they feel you should do, go above it. We had an experiment. She was feeling a bit under the weather one day. And because she was a bit under the weather and we didn't have how we would run out. So I said they should get very close by and buy food. When I gave her 1 spoon, Pastor, that's what my wife said. Promptness. So you go beyond expectation. That Yalati is a local woman, is a Muslim. For over 20 years, she has been doing the same thing. When you get there, she's greeting you. How you doing? How's the mommy? Go. Greeting you without even talking about the food. Then when you eat the food, you want to eat more. But there's some other food when you eat it. How can I eat fried beef and it was tasting fresh? You are wondering. Do you know, sir, there is nowhere they tell me to come and preach that I don't get there before. You have been my assistant. You have carried me. There's nowhere. You can't be waiting for me as a man of God. It's madness. You can't be, why should you wait for me? We both left around the same area, including Pastor. Pastor came before most of us. That's the truth. So, go beyond expectation. Any church I go to, I must leave that church stronger. That's my deliberate goal. Not that I leave the church and somebody is calling me. Go above it. Deliver clothes. Why don't you? I don't know. Is it your wife that gives us this? Suddenly, anytime I'm using the handkerchief, I'm smelling perfume. I said, this person is doing above the job. That's what you should do. Not that you give me handkerchief and then I'm smelling. How do I say that in English now? I'm smelling armpit on the thing. Go beyond it. Go beyond it. If you are going to be diligent at your job. The barber I did yesterday was even cheaper than where I did. Now, I have this challenge. Every time I barb, I feel my hair remains. I don't know if you're like me. I want the hair to go. So they don't do it well. So he did the normal thing. Then he brought out a machine and did it. I said, this is the boy. I'll go and tell those two people that I in Naja. Your head is not correct. It's not correct. Go beyond it. You are a food seller, sell with distinction. My children don't serve me with dirty plates. They don't serve me with dirty tray. Go beyond. Don't stay. You are a driver. Who said you must be dirty? Who said so? Have a small bag. Put your things there and put a body spray. 400 naira. You have driven a guy, you are sweating. Dab it again. Every time your guy enters the place, he's, whoa, you smell nice. Go beyond it. The Uber that brought me this morning, sharp guy, fast guy, and I love that. I love your car neat. I love it sharp. I love it good. I paid beyond. He didn't ask me. There is a service level you provide that people will give you money without asking. There's a service level you provide. You are in the hotel. My father used to have, he still has the hotel, but I've not been there since we buried him. A lot of people used to come to our hotel for personal services, Jacob. I remember an elderly man coming to our hotel. He drove a white Benz, 500 cell. That time, sir. The man was about 70 years old. He drove himself from either Ibadan or Boshogbo and came with his friend. They were always in white with white Benz. Now, the people that were in the hotel, the workers. Me, I was a son of the owner, but I was also a worker. But I was a worker without salary. If you don't work there, my father can't send you to school. He won't tell you. When it's time for school, you will not just have any money. So, Chama, we all knew that was IT by force. I will wake up on Saturday morning and wash 30 cars. Jacob, that's why I like washing cars. It's not because of anything. The workers will be sleeping. When they wake up, I will now go to the rooms of the owners of the vehicle. The workers don't have English. I had English. I had etiquette. My mother raised me well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because it's not everything you get by skill. Some is by respect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Diligence. I knocked on the old man's door. Good morning, sir. How was your night? Hope you slept well. Can I have your car key so I can clean the inside of the car? He looked at me. Are you a student? I said, yes. I'm okay. The other people will be speaking Ijesha. I don't speak that. Go beyond it. How can I go to your room and knock on the door? For what? What is that saying? Kimle what? Jay, I don't do that. I go there with high accented English. Deliberate. Because I'm trying, you don't have a second time to make a first impression. I will so create the impression that it will not leave you forever. Diligence. Go there, collect the key, clean the room, clean the car. When I finished cleaning the car, the man brought out some Naira notes, brand new. The other workers were looking at me. I collected, thank you, sir. He drove the car out. Elisha is not a dirty country like your place here. So, when he came back in the afternoon, the car was not dirty. Are you hearing me? Yes, sir. If you are hearing me at the back, say, I'm hearing you, sir. Yes, sir. It was not dirty. I went again. Good afternoon, sir. How was your trip, sir? It was fine. Your car, let me do it a little, sir. He looked at me again. He was around for 7 days. Pastor Yomi, I was collecting money daily for 7 days. That is one car. Diligence. That is not the other cars. That is not salary. Listen, there is a way favor hits your life with diligence that nothing else will come. Yes, sir. Sir, if you ask Pastor Tolu, I was not asking for money from the hotel. I had more money than the workers. Walk, I will walk until you. My father cannot sleep in a bed that is rumpled. When I say rumpled, I mean you bring bed sheets from the laundry and it has line. My father, he cannot sleep on it. So you stretch the mattress for it to be smooth. Then you place the bed sheet on it and iron it for it to be smooth. That is how I learned diligence. My father cannot use a toilet that is stained. Some of you can, your own toilet is not only stained, it's a different dimension color. Your bowl is white, the inside is green, yellow, white, brown, black. Why? You can't even wash it daily. You are that dirty. Diligence. Number 4. Give attention to details. You are working with a boss. He's giving you an instruction. Take a biro and a pencil and be writing it down so that you don't forget. The smallest biro is bigger than your biggest head. Give attention to details. If you wash my car, the last time I took that car, I went to that your car wash. But obviously, they just got that man. It was not. I told my wife, I said, this one is not it's not my own. He was washing and I came and I said, Egbo, look at Brown, look at Brown, look at Brown. Then I dragged my hand on him. I said, hey, who now, Daddy, you are. You are not doing well, Lou. Water and hose is in your hand and soap. Some people are so abstent-minded in their jobs. Give me chloramphenicol and fancida. You go inside, say he asked for phenicol. I'll give him Alaka phenicol and benylin. Attention to detail. When we came here this morning, ropes were hanging out here. I told Pastor Destiny, where is he? I said, even in your video, they appear dirty. Tear them! But many of us have been seeing it. You have never looked at, please, what is wrong here? Give attention to details. 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 My former boss, Mr. Obaro, told me to rock his house. Told me to, I lived in Pastor Yomi's house. That I'm referring to, you can ask him. He has always been a blessing to me. Till Friday. No, I didn't tell you, babe. I don't have to tell you. You will just see the blessing. My former boss said, rug my entire house. No, the white was his room. So he said I should use red. So I went to, Awolo Road. There's a major, they sell rugs, and so I got a major person there. And I brought the person to the house, Jacob. They did everything in my mind. I went round. You first of all put foam under before you put the rug so that it can be soft. We did everything. I walked around. Say, this one must increase my salary. I have delivered on the job. As he came home, when Mr. Obaro calls you and tells you to close the 2 doors in his office, you are going to be sacked. No, I'm not joking. Anytime he said close the 2 doors, he's going to give you a sermon on how you will survive the outside. Yeah, on your way to the world. There's a way he looks at you that your destiny shrinks. And I'm not lying. Diko, I thought I told you to rock this house. We are standing on the rock. I rocked the house. He said, how can you rock my... Didn't you see my last rock? You said I should remove it. I removed it. I didn't see anything. He said, no. My rocks, the lines don't show. Where they joined, it does not show. He called another person. to come and everything. I'm saying an entire duplex in VGC. I don't know whether it's because of you and your wife that I was not sacked. I'm serious, because he has sacked me for lesser things. Lesser things. He called me at another time. Dipo, I'm traveling to UK. Get me a ticket. Ticket. I have to get you. We can't waste this office money. I went to get him economy going. Economy returning. I didn't go to previous travels. You know, if you are going to give attention to detail, you must have a benefit of history. What did they do in the past so that I can go that route? He called me to his office. You gave me economy. I said, yes, sir. The money, when I look at the money, no, we can't waste money. In my mind, I was doing him a favor. Then he looked at me. He said, Dipo, sir, I never travel with economy. I never travel with economy. I'm sorry, sir. Number 2, I only travel with British Airways. I only... I have not even traveled before. I didn't know. He said, do you know why I go by business or first class every time? I said, no, sir. The truth is, I don't know. I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? I said, sir, no, sir. He said, every time I travel on business or first class, they give me points. At the end of the year, they collect the points and they give him a first class ticket round trip. So if you miss that thing, he misses the points. Are you hearing me? Yes, attention to details. Pastor said, do this job. You didn't even listen. Give attention. Let's go and practice it at work. You want wealth, it will come by work. But that work must not be done carelessly. Be creative like the Uber driver that stocked his car almost like a supermarket. Be creative in your work. Number 6, give the extra touch that leads to a wow effect. When you do a cake, let people say, hey! Wow effect. Number 7, look for ways to add value without giving excuses. In fact, let me tell you this for free. If you want to be diligent, learn to work for people for free. It's not every time you should charge money. There are some free ones that are actually opening doors for your tomorrow. 8, non-negotiable excellence. Daniel had an excellent spirit. Many of us are too mediocre in our thinking. Everything you are serving is not. When I'm going to preach, ask any of my assistants. I dress heavy. Deliberately. Not because of anything. So that irini sini sonilojo. How do you say that in English? The way you dress is the way you are dressed.